Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Beacon Hall Hanging Outdoor Light. That's going to be the 364820. Awesome fixture, a lot of details. Let's jump in. So, 16.1 inches overall height. That's going to be the bottom of the fixture to where the first piece of chain is going to start. 12.1 inches square, and that's going to be the top of it. That's the widest point. A lot more information too. So I want to show you more stuff, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installations instruction sheet. And how you're going to do that, if you're on the page for this, Handmade in Vermont, look over on the right hand side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions. Open that up for me, and we're going to look at a lot of stuff together. We are going to look at a full parts list, how everything goes together. It's going to ship with a 5.25 inch, 5¼ inch part that goes on the ceiling called a canopy. That's a square canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. And more on that, 11.5 feet of wire it's going to ship with, but it's going to ship with 1 foot of chain because most people only need 1 foot of chain. If you need more chain because you're going to be hanging it from a really high porch or inside, people use this inside too, just contact me. We sell more chain. It's easy to put together. Chain has a long side and a short side. There's a little seam in the long side, and you can open and close it with a special tool. So there's no reason why you can't add or use as much or as little chain as you want. You have to use at least one piece. So the fixture itself is 16.1 inches tall. The canopy is about 1.5 inches, and then you've got 12 inches of chain. That's going to take you to about 29 inches overall height from the junction box to the bottom of the fixture with using the chain that's going to come with it. You don't have to use all of this. You can use down to one piece if you want. So just you have to do your math to figure out how this is going to work over your porch. Very important. Okay. So moving on from there, on that same install sheet, you're going to see information about lamping, and that's going to be pretty important. But before we jump there, let's just touch on glass really quick. So the outer glass is this incredibly thick, hand-blown box of glass. So it's really incredible. I mean, when you look at it, you're pretty amazed at something that this can actually be done. However, there's also going to be an inner piece of glass that's going to be Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, and I'll talk about opal glass later in this video. And that's going to be basically a white glass that warms up when light comes through it, but it's going to shield your eyes from looking at this guy, the socket inside, which leads me to the socket inside. So, Hubbardton Forge that says that you can use up to a 100-watt incandescent bulb, okay, and that's because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. This is an A19 bulb. This is the standard size bulb that we all grew up with in our lives, going back probably since to the 1920s or 30s. You can use all kinds of awesome LEDs, and here's a couple of them here. So remember, this is our A19. These are also A19s, but these are LEDs. This is the kind of common one you guys see out in the world. Throws a ton of light. These are the new phosphorus ones that you can find, and you can get this at your grocery store at this point. You can get it at a CVS drugstore, Home Depot, online. They're everywhere, and no reason why you shouldn't use them, especially if you want to leave this on all night. You can put this fixture on a photovoltaic sensor, so it goes on at dusk, off at dawn. I have that on my own house. You can put them on motion lights, motion sensors. You can do all kinds of things. However, these don't draw much electricity. They don't generate much heat. So and you can choose the color temperature of the light itself. I tend to like the warmer light coming out of these lights above me. That's going to be a lot like our little friend here, the incandescent friend from way back. That's going to be warm white LED 3000 Kelvin. It's going to tell you on the box. It's going to tell you online when you're looking at stuff. If you like the whiter light called daylight, that's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin. Really, really important that you know those things when you're looking at bulbs. This is also a dimmable fixture. I don't know why you would dim it unless you have it like on a porch, like an outdoor room that you'd want to dim up. But just if you want to go that direction, buy dimmable versions of these and put it on a decent dimmer. There's no reason why you can't play around either with light bulbs when you get into LEDs, because they don't, like I said, they don't generate much heat. They produce a ton of light for what they are. You can even try using one of these and see if this will work for you. See if it fits into the glass nice and it doesn't crust the top. This is an A21. I can get this up to 150 watts equivalent. Don't forget, it's always about equivalent. I can find these up to 100-watt equivalent, so you can still get a ton of light out of even smaller LEDs if you want to go there. Moving on from there, if you guys are in the state of California and you're pulling permits for new construction or renovation and the building inspector is coming out to see you, and give you a hard time on everything. But anyway, I digress. So there's a socket setup for you too. So it gets you through the whole permitting process in California. It's going to be a GU24 socket setup with these little prongs. And that's where Hubbardton Forge's dedicated LEDs come into play. You don't have to go there unless you're in that situation. There's also another situation called building a LEED, L-E-E-D, LEED certified building. It's going to be a house or a commercial structure. You're going after government tax credits for clean energy and low energy use, and they're going to make you do this kind of thing. But for the other 99.999% of you out there who just want to use a great LED, buy the incandescent version, put in any LED your heart desires, and you're going to be good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets, and custom things are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.